Hello everyone, how are you all? Oh my word. Do you remember what I was saying the other day about I'm going to start swimming again because I need some cardiovascular exercise? I'm having a rethink about swimming. I don't think I need it. Wow, I'm pooped already. So this morning, well now, I've just spent an hour riddling soil, hand riddling soil, going so all of the spoil from when I built the deck and fence, that spoil got put onto bed number 2 temporarily, with the idea that I'd riddle it and put it onto bed number 1, where I've got mud everywhere. Hang on a sec, sorry, where the carrots are going to be. I am filthy but happy. Yeah, so that's the idea, put it where the carrots are. I'm just putting the last bit on now, so I'll take you guys down the garden to have a look, see what I've been up to. But my goodness, that was hard work. Do you know what though, I was laughing to myself as I was doing it, because I was literally going making the noises, and I was like looking around every now and again thinking, there's no one else on site, that's fine. But then at one point I looked up and saw one of my neighbours sort of 4 or 5 plots down. He just nodded and smiled at me. So the other thing I was saying the other day, when I was sort of reflecting at the end of month number 9, was about this procrastination thing that I'm wont to do. And talking about all the jobs that aren't garden jobs, and trying to tackle, at the beginning of the day, tackling the thing I least want to do. Kind of applies in the garden as well, because I would much rather today have been tinkering with my brassicas and doing little bits and bobs and tweaky things, but I decided, do you know what, let's get this soil riddled, let's get that end of the garden a bit more sorted, and then I'll reward myself with a bit of gentle pottering. So my next other big don't want to do it job is to sort out that path between my fence and my neighbour's boundary. Weed it out, level it, get the wood chips on. I think I'll leave that for another day. Right, Rusty's having his feed. You alright, buddy? You can't see him, I know. He's having his feed. I'm going to have a quick glass of water before we get out and just finish this carrot bed for the year. See you in a minute. Another lovely day in paradise. Right, this is my last barrow on of riddle me re soil. Let's just shove that out of the way. Like I say, I'm filthy, and because I've got, hang on a tick, I've got wide leg trousers on tucked into my boots. I look like I'm wearing some kind of weird +4s. But the bottom line is, when we're in the garden, who cares what we look like? As long as we're comfy and warm and weatherproof. Now then, this bed, if you remember back in the autumn, I took my disastrous chickpeas out of. By the time I'd done that, it was a little bit late really for getting a winter manure in. So I just covered it in cardboard. And I can tell the worms have been loving it. There's so many little nibble marks. It's pretty soft. So I've just put this riddle compost soil on the top. This is fine enough to put my seeds into, and by the time they sort of get going and go south, this is for carrots and leeks, they'll just be able to break through the cardboard, so the cardboard can stay. The other thing I've done today is I've just started to put little bits of broken canes in to mark where the individual parts of the beds are going to be, because the last thing you want to do is do all this riddling and then put it over what's essentially going to be a path. So a little bit of marking out today. Right, now that's spread up there, I'm going to get everything covered in nets, because This gorgeous soil is just an invitation to foxes and cats, isn't it? So, this is for no other reason than to stop digging and pooing. Grrr, cats and foxes. Oh, and the sun's coming out. Oh, it makes me want to sing that song from, is it Oklahoma? But oh, what a beautiful morning, which I can't sing for copyright reasons. But now that I've mentioned it, perhaps you can all sing it in your minds. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a something feeling. How does it go? Everything's going my way. Yay! I'm loving the start of this year already. I've never been this well prepared. I'm hoping, seriously hoping that this means by the summer I can sit and do nothing. Apart from a bit of watering, maybe a bit of weeding, but a lot of sitting with my hot neighbours and chatting. Chatting and drinking tea, or cold beers if it's hot enough. Yay! Right, I'm going to go on with this. I'll see all of you in a minute. The number of times I come to the garden to get on with my jobs and I get so lost in them that I forget to harvest. I've lost count of the number of times, but this gorgeous cabbage is kind of winking to me. So I'm going to have that away in a second. Where's my secateurs? There's my secateurs to snip it. And this one, which hasn't really developed yet, but look at the colour. Isn't that just beautiful where it's tinged with purple? Oh, I've only had a couple of these cabbages so far, but they've been absolutely scrumdiddly. And another thing today, just going to whiz you over here, I've just taken out the last of the celeriac from over here. They really were tiny but tasty, so this is where the tomatoes are going to go this year. So in just hoiking them out, it sort of disturbed the soil a bit, but I won't disturb it anymore. And what I must do is get some cardboard to put over it so it doesn't get pelted by the rain. That's where I nicked all the soil from to riddle, to put over there, see, under the green nets for my carrots. Right, I'm gonna get these celeriac home. There's quite a few wood lice in them as well, which is annoying, so I'm going to chop them up and have some for my tea along with this beauty. Now, can I harvest you and film at the same time? Let's have a go. Yeah, so with the celeriac, I'll just get them all. No, I can't do this at the same time, but what I'll do with the celeriac, just have some for my tea, chop the rest up and get them in the freezer. Right, time to harvest. Last job of the day. Yay! I don't mean yay because I want to go home. I just mean yay because I need to sit down. Oh my goodness. So I'm basically going to get the rest of the corn down and taken home. At some point I will get the kernels off. Thank you to all the suggestions on my Facebook page yesterday about gadgets for getting the corn off, because I've got a bit of a blister on this finger from spending an hour twisting kernels off yesterday. So yeah, they're kind of come home with me now, and then I can put the onion rack back up to the ceiling for the next 6 to 7 months. You know, I've got to say, I love my onion rack. It has been one of my most useful tools ever. And it's so funny because even before I bought the new shed, in my old shed I kept thinking I need some kind of rack for drying the onions, because the onions used to end up spread around everywhere, shelves, floor, table. So yeah, even before I got the shed, in my mind I was kind of thinking about all the different functions the shed needed in terms of storage of pots, tools, somewhere to sit, somewhere to brew up, and somewhere to dry my onions. So I got this done about a week before the onion harvest last summer. Thank goodness. And I was thinking it's just going to be an onion rack. So there we were, 3 or 4 weeks of the white onions drying. They were followed by 3 or 4 weeks of the red onions drying. They were then followed by about 3 or 4 weeks of the beans in their pods drying. Then they were followed by the flint corn drying. So it's been in pretty much permanent use since, gosh, when was it? I think it was about the end of August. So chuffed with it. I'm so chuffed with it. One of the reasons I'm mentioning this today is not to just kind of have some sort of schmooze with my onion rack, but it's one of those things to think about, either if you're getting a new shed this year, or if you've been spending some time in your shed in the last couple of weeks trying to make sense of it, because I know we all kind of shove everything in there in the winter, close the door and walk away. But if you've been in your shed thinking, oh, I need this, I need that, just have a little think about something like the onion rack or like the built-in shelves or whatever. And now would be a great time to build them, because essentially, where are we? We're right smack at the end of January going into February. We're still probably a good 6 weeks or so away from much seed sowing. And a lot of what we're sowing at the moment, or in 6 weeks, a lot of it's going to be sown at home or in our greenhouses. So in terms of out there in the garden, there's still quite a chunk of time before it really, really, really gets going manically. So you've probably got that 8 weeks. So yeah, have a think about your shed and configuration, and maybe, oh, I could do with this, I could do with that. Have a look in some skips, see if you can grab some timber and get building. And then when the season hits, you'll be all kitted out. Yay! Like I say, I mean, it's just been ridiculously useful for me, this thing. So, it'll take me a few minutes. I'm going to put the kettle on. Bit pooped. So for now I'm going to say cheerio to all of you. And I hope you're having fun getting up to mischief, whatever it is you're doing. Maybe some of you are starting to sow some things already. I know some of you will be still under snow. God love yous. Whatever it is, have fun doing it. Make the most of it. Be in the moment and just relish it. So until I see you all again, it's cheerio and take care, everyone.